Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Teddy. Today I will present our study on waste to energy stoves for sustainable battery production. Our community service team consists of me, Dr. Toto Swondo, Dr. Ani Purwarni, Mr. Rizky, Mr. Alfa Rido Givari, Mr. Iswanto, and Mr. Mujian. Currently, eco battery industries depend heavily on costly LPG for color fixation. This fossil fuel reliance severely risks their financial stability, while unmanaged local waste like oil and biomass creates immediate environmental hazard. Unfortunately, current studies often overlook the crucial socio-technical link between community safety readiness and real-world thermal performance. To bridge this gap, our study optimizes field uh, waste-to-energy stoves to evaluate both the community cognitive trajectories and their thermal efficiency compared to standard LPG. Moving on to the literature and framework, we know that small-scale localized thermal conversion creates an elegant circular economy by turning local waste directly into production energy. However, rural and farmer sectors consistently neglect the occupational health and safety during high-temperature operation, mainly due to the severe resource constraint. Therefore, our framework suggests that a successful technology transfer requires a balanced social-technical approach, one that bridges technical hardware optimization with social risk mitigation training. For our methodology, multidisciplinary participatory action research was conducted over 3 months with 14 community partners in Kalikotes village. We tracked two distinct pathways. First, social cognitive readiness was assessed using a 20-question pre- and post-test across 5 target operational domains. Second, technical field performance was objectively measured right on site using the standard water boiling test to calculate macro thermal efficiency and mass balance under real operating conditions. Let's look at our first set of results regarding the social aspect. Our demographic data reveals that technology must be highly user-friendly, as nearly 79% of users are over 40 and primarily stay-at-home parents. Post-intervention, overall cognitive readiness improved significantly, with operational technicalities and sustainability perception reaching high saturation scores above 90%. Conversely, we found that unexpected anomaly. The occupational health and safety compliance dropped from roughly 80% down to 75%, which was heavily driven by persistent misconception about smoke hazard. On the technical side, the experimental field tests reveal fascinating thermodynamic variation. The forced air waste oil stove achieved the highest field thermal efficiency at 21.92%. In contrast, the commercial LPG baseline dropped drastically to just 12.3% due to severe convective heat loss caused by wind interference in the open-air workshop environment. Meanwhile, the biomass rocket stove yield only 6.81% efficiency because a significant portion of early heat was absorbed by its own internal structural thermal mass during startup. In this, as for our discussion, we highlight a clear social-technical divergence. Participants easily master technical operation but regress in green safety and occupational health safety disciplines, proving that shop workshop cannot instantly override old habits. Thermally, forced air with oil combustion proved highly resilient against outdoor wind interference compared to open flame LPG burners. Furthermore, despite its low thermal efficiency, the zero-cost solid biomass rocket stove acts as a crucial economic buffer, shielding micro enterprises from volatile market fuel prices. This study offers three contributions. Theoretically, it provides an empirical blueprint of the social-technical interplay during renewable energy adoption in rural settings. Practically, it delivers a weather-resistant, field-tested waste oil stove designed specifically tailored for the rigors of outdoor cottage industries. Finally, in terms of policy and sustainability, it validates a localized circular economy by directly synergizing village waste banks as fuel providers with ecoprint batik producer. To conclude, the waste-to-energy system are technically and economically superior alternative, with the waste oil stove easily outperforming commercial LPG in real-world settings. However, the social data warns us that 14.3% of users experience an overall cognitive decline, specifically in safety awareness. Ultimately, we conclude that a hybrid energy matrix using waste oil for high-intensity boiling and biomass for zero-cost simmering presents the optimal framework for small to medium enterprise energy independence. Finally, for the implication of this study, first, government technology transfer program must shift from short-term classroom workshop to continuous peer-led field habituation to bridge the safety gap. Second, localized regulations are urgently needed to safely manage small-scale hazardous waste, specifically for used oil and combustion ash. Moving forward, future research should focus on comprehensive emission testing and full life cycle assessment for these optimized waste-to-energy burners. Thank you very much for your attention.